Welcome, runners. Today we dive into Marathon. There's a ton of very cool new information that I cannot wait to get into, all about your loadouts. And you might think this is not a big deal, but this is probably one of the biggest deals in this game because your progression and the experience that you have in an extraction shooter is very important when it comes to the loot. And they have some unique systems that have never been done in this way that I'm interested to see how this will play out. And man, let's get into it right away. I want to just say, first things first, if you guys don't know what an extraction shooter is, you're basically put in a map with other players, and this is a 3-on-3 version on this game, and you're going to be looking for gear, loot. I'm talking about all types of things, from a book bag that can give you invisibility, auto reload. It's going to give you all types of different things. And then you have, of course, the weapons. You're going to find armor. You're going to find perks, aka cores. And you can buff up your stats with implants as well. And then, of course, you're going to find consumables and gear and a whole bunch of different things in the game thoroughly. And all of that loot is to be extracted. And you're going to get to an extraction zone and get out if you can. But the other players and other teams are going to be coming after you. So it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. There's going to be a lot going on, and it's going to be fun. Of course, that's the point of it all. But in this game, we're going to talk and go through the different layers to help you understand how the systems work. And I want to just talk briefly about the simple one that I just mentioned, which is book bags. Each book bag has abilities attached to them. Not all of them, but the great ones. So if you want invisibility, or you want to auto reload, right? There's things like that these book bags would do. And that's why you see all these characters. They have different versions of book bags, and their book bags are going to do awesome stuff for you. So just imagine you can create a different play style. You might not have a character that can go invisible, but if you get a book bag that does, that's going to enhance your gameplay and allow you to do some fun things, right? And so just that alone is a big deal, because a lot of these things are dynamic, and you think about the battles when you're fighting somebody, and you create a clutch play by having the right book bag that can really change the game. All of these characters have 2 abilities and 2 tacticals. Right? And all of this stuff is very powerful stuff that's going to enhance the experience for each character, and you're going to be able to do a lot. On top of those, the book bag adds an extra layer to it. And so you're definitely going to want to know which book bag is which, and which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to use for specific runs. And remember, in this game, there's going to be a variety of reasons to go out. Sometimes you want to just get some extra currency, so you're going to find valuables. Other times you're going in to get the implants or cores. There's going to be even more special items in the game that's top tier stuff, and it's going to be interesting. Before we get into more of all of that, I do want to kind of take a moment and show you guys some of the characters. You're looking at Void here, and you see on the right he has the smoke screen as an ability, and then the cloak, which makes him invisible. And then there's 2 tacticals on the bottom. You got Shadow Dive and then Shroud. And these are very cool. But the reason this is important is because on top of that, we're going to get into the loadouts right here. And this is your kit. You're going to have 2 main weapons. Every character can use any weapon they want in the game. You can pick up anything. You get 4 attachments. And one thing that they talked about was the weapon damage is going to be the same for each weapon. So somebody's not going to find something that hits harder. It's the same weapon. They're going to have this different attachments that are not going to enhance the damage. Base damage for each weapon, basically. So there's not going to be anything over the top. So somebody who's skilled still can be skilled, even if they don't have a kitted out setup. You know, maybe you don't have a scope, but that doesn't mean your gun doesn't hit hard. It's still going to hit hard, right? And like I said, the book bag is going to be the clutch one, not just for extra space, but for the abilities. And I want to talk a little bit about implants that you're looking at the bottom down here. and then cores. Okay, implants are supposed to buff your stats and kind of help you change the way the character is going to be buffed. And then core is helping with abilities and perks and extra things that you're going to do. Right, the shields, we talked about this. You start off with 1 tick and you can have up to 4 slots if you find the right shield. And then equipment is basically like a grenade that you can throw or a claymore that you can put down to set traps and things like that. And the reason why I wanted to discuss this just a little bit longer for you guys, all right? And the reason for it is they have very insane, and I mean absolutely insane mechanics. There's this thing called vintage goods, okay? And I'm not sure that's going to be the final name, but this is something from the people who played the game early and the developers. All right, vintage goods is items that are special because if you extract with it, the value rises. And if you go back into another match and extract again, the value will continue to rise and it'll continue over and over to evolve until it reaches its max. Now, this is something that the devs kind of hinted at about prime gear. And they didn't get into very deep details about it just yet, but basically it's a way to enhance your gear to the maximum. And this vintage setup here is kind of what I believe is a part of that. And it's going to be super interesting to see how that plays out, but I cannot wait to see where that goes in the future. To me, this makes this gameplay dynamic and super interesting because now all of a sudden your same item might not be as valuable as mine's is because I ended up grinding and escaping with it multiple times while you just had it once and you never took it anywhere. You never did anything with it. So it's kind of rewarding those risk-taking type of players who are willing to not just be scared and actually get out there and do their job. So that's something I love right now. I'm super excited about, and I cannot wait. They also talked about how weapons, if you drop a weapon or switch a weapon and some other player picks it up, it'll start losing its value to the point where it disappears basically and turns into like just valuable currency or whatever. And that's kind of interesting for a extraction shooter to have that type of mechanic. So it adds even more value to the gameplay. And so that's very cool. Another big feature that they talked about was there's consumable items that will enhance your play for a second. So like, let's say you want to run faster. Let's say you want to be able to, and we're seeing some of the selections here on things that you can do. Removing hazard mechanical, for example, status effects. If somebody hits you with overheat or toxic, you can throw this on and kind of heal yourself up. Same thing with like buffs as well. These things are going to be in the game plenty. I mean, like a lot of different versions. We don't know all the versions. And again, I did go through some of these videos that they had. There's not a lot of content out for this game, but from the footage I saw, most of it was like debuffs to turn things off. But there are things you can do to enhance yourself to give you a lot better things. And so you're overheating when you run too much. Your stamina goes low, but it's basically like overheating. It's kind of the mechanic that they have. So pretty cool. And I want to take a moment to show this map and discuss something that's so amazing that I love. They hinted at being able to unlock another map. So there's going to be some type of secret community challenge in the game to unlock another map. I think it's going to be the marathon map, by the way, but I don't want to go too deep into speculation. The reason I bring this up is because you're going to have quests within the game where you'll start off in one place. They want you to intersect it, and it is very good, but it's not great because that's just a start. Now you're going to go and unlock something else in another area, and it's going to be a mini boss on one side, and it's going to be high value location. Maybe you'll find a key and you have to go into a room, but you have to beat out a bunch of enemies, all while the players coming to get you. And so makes it very interesting, in my opinion, on what is possible and how this could play out. Personally, I don't mind this. I think as long as each map, and they said that they did do this, which is made it so that there's specific amount of players for each map. They tested it. One of them has 18 players, which is the one you're watching now. Dire. This one's gonna have 18 players, and then there's gonna be one for 15, and who knows what else is gonna be in there. The marathon map, I would assume it's gonna be less players, but it's gonna be more lore focused for you to unlock secrets and things like that, which I cannot wait to go into the actual marathon. The game is 30 years old, the original, if you guys never played it before. The lore was cool. Visually, I mean, it's literally a 30-year-old game, guys, but it was revolutionary for its time. It was really good. And now they're back with this new version, which the visuals are way better. I mean, I love these visuals a lot. So super interested to see how and what it does and where it goes from here. But it's exciting, guys. And so all of these things combined, imagine the type of playstyle you can make. I honestly was gonna go with Void for the invisibility and the smoke bomb, but I'm probably gonna pick another character and then just add invisibility book bag to my runs. I'm gonna stack up invisibility and then just have 100 of them and then just take them out on the field every time I go out there. And it should be funny and interesting and fun. Super interesting. The last topic, and this is more of a conversation starter, is the inventory and your actual vault and all the items that you got. I don't know how big this is gonna be from the tech tests that they've had and all the stuff that they were doing. Don't feel like anybody said anything good about the systems they had. So I do believe that the devs are taking notes and they're gonna work on what is the biggest or the best. Personally, I don't want to be thinking and managing my items when I extract. Should be able to keep a lot of my items. I mean, like, I'm playing the game and it's difficult to get these items. And if they're gonna make me have to sell everything that I extract because I can't put it in my bag, in my vault, that's gonna be a problem. That's just me. And let me know what your thoughts about that. Feel free to leave a comment if this was informative. It's got you excited for a marathon. We just want to dive into some of these topics and then get the community feedback as well, man. We have a feedback video actually, so go over there and check that out if you got a chance. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed.